before and reaffirm some of the things to those of you who have been. We are today issuing certificates of purchase on real property which has not, the taxes have not been paid on for tax year 2005. So if you were fortunate enough today to receive a property, if we call your number, you will be receiving a certificate of purchase. That certificate of purchase entitles you to nothing on that property other than to receive interest at the point in time where the rightful taxpayer pays their taxes, or if they have not paid it prior to the 4th anniversary, 90 days prior to that, you can start an application process to apply for a treasurer's deed on the property. If it's not paid at that point in time, you fulfill all of the statutory obligations, we will at that point in time issue a treasurer's deed to you on the property. If we issue you a treasurer's deed, we strongly suggest that you speak with an attorney about receiving a quiet title on the property. Okay? The quiet title simply gives you the same rights as what a warranty deed does. The treasurer's deed does not do that. It has more the same effect as what a quitclaim deed does. Now, we are conveying the county's interest in this, much the same as what if you're quitclaiming your interest in whatever your interest may be in a property. So, very important to understand that. There have been several cases across the United States with different states where tax deeds have been contested. We want everyone to be aware that there have been some issues with them. We haven't seen any here. That doesn't mean that we won't. So, very important that we do that. If you buy a certificate today, you will receive 3% interest on your money immediately once it's received. Okay? You will earn 15% for each subsequent. It's 15% annual rate. It is a simple interest rate for the duration of time that the tax has not been paid. Okay? So that's what you're here doing. We have very few of these that actually do go to deed. Over time, we probably have averaged 3 to 4% of our certificates of purchase which have actually gone to deed. Over the last few years, we have seen a few more than that. That's roughly what we're looking at. We have assigned everyone a number as you came in today. I will give each of you that number, which corresponds to you. Once we start the sale, the process of the sale, what we're going to do is use our computer to generate a random number. It will correspond to one of you. I will ask if you want to buy a certificate on the property which we're bidding on at that point in time or not. If you do, please say yes loudly. It's kind of loud up here. We've got a couple fans and I can't hear. If you don't, say no loudly, and we will move on to the next person. Okay? I will guarantee you today there will be one number that comes up much more than the other numbers do. It always works that way. We have done bingo balls. We've done it many different ways. We found that this is the most efficient way. It is the most fair way, we believe. Microsoft tells us this is random. I've had people in the past tell me it's not. I can't verify it. I'm not a computer scientist, so I really don't know, but we believe that it is. We believe that whether it is or not, it's still fair. We have chosen to operate our tax sale in this manner under Wyoming law because it works very well for us. Many of you go to different tax sales around the state. If you do and you think somebody does something better than we do, talk to me afterwards. We're certainly willing to try and change things. You know, what one person thinks is a great thing, other people may not. So right now in Fremont County, registering everyone, pressing the computer button, automatically assigning all of the numbers at that point in time. Some people think that's a great idea. Some people don't like that. The problem I can see with that is the fact that someone may not want to buy property. If that's the case, then you got to run it again for that person. This works well for us. It should take us about an hour today to do 147 properties. Doesn't mean that we can't do it better. This is the 18th time that I've done this, and we haven't had very many problems with it. That's why we do it the way we handle it right now. Does anybody have any questions before we get started? Okay, I'm going to read all the numbers off and then we will get started. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry. One thing that does come up, there have been several questions on, we have 7 properties that we're selling today that have a prior CP which was issued on them either last year or in a prior year. If we sell one of those properties to you, that prior certificate of purchase is the same as a lien against that property. So our county attorney's office has advised us in that situation that if that person does not apply for deed, you have the opportunity to, 4 years from now, you have to satisfy the prior lien before we can give you a treasurer's deed on the property. So it's no different than any other lien at that point in time. So there will be those, I will, at the time we get to those tax properties, I will let you know that those have a prior CP. You can at that point in time decide whether it's something that you do want to take or not. Yes.
What if that prior CP is over 6 years old?
Well,
They're out of the window at that point.
yeah, they are out of the window. The window for actually applying for deed on the properties is from 4 to 6 years. In that situation that I described, it really doesn't make any difference because you still can, at that point in time, apply for deed. They still hold a lien, okay? Whether they're out of the window for applying that, they still hold a lien against the property. Now, after 6 years, you can apply to a district court to get deed on this property. But the statute specifically states you have between the 4th year anniversary and the 6th year anniversary to apply to the county treasurer for a treasurer's deed. There is case law in effect which people have gone after the fact to a district court and they have been given the deed on the property after the 6-year time frame. Okay? But as long as they have paid those taxes, they still hold a lien against that property. Okay? Other questions? Okay. Numbers. Okay, I'm going to start reading numbers. Okay, for our tax sale today, number 1 is Jimmy Lyons.